to the number one home for personal development. My name is Ken Billions. Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully, you are well wherever you are. Hopefully, you are somewhere being loved on and not tolerated. Hopefully, you and yours are great. You're at the right place at the right time. Soon as you come in the chat, go ahead and smash that like button. This is the number one home for personal development. This is ministry for the abstract mind, and it's a safe space for everybody out there with that out the box philosophy. When you come through, soon as you get here, say hello to me and I'll say hello to you. Go ahead and smash that like button. Let me know you're in the building, and also share the video. We got a great conversation today, as we always do. Shout out to my Coin Gang family that's committed to personal development, that takes scaling in your ability and maxing out very important. I appreciate you being here. There is no me without you. If you have any plans this weekend, please be safe. Don't go out and crash out and spend all your money, right? Make sure you make it back on Monday. All right. If you haven't liked the video, make sure you do. As I told you already, this is the number one home for personal development. This is Coin Gang. This is the place where you come in ordinary and you leave extraordinary. If you have children, please keep them babies close to you. Keep them babies close to you. And if you have someone in your life that loves you, allow them. Allow them. Because it's not easy, right? We all got a little bit of baggage with us. So if you got somebody that's checking for you, go ahead and let them love you. Cash App is your friend. The Super Chat is your friend. Don't be shy when it comes to that. My book of the day today is called, let me see, The Four Disciplines of Execution. I read this many moons ago, and I just recommended it to somebody, and I'm going to recommend it to you. This is called The Four Disciplines of Execution. That is my book of the day. I highly, highly recommend this book. Many of us have goals and plans, but the execution is a problem. So you need strategy for execution. And this is a great book. The author is Chris McKenzie and Sean Covey. Four Disciplines of Execution. I highly recommend that. Go ahead and put that on your book list. Today, we are talking about the pressure of the past. I firmly believe that people of the past were so great and they set the bar so high that modern people are scared to push forward because of the bar that was set in the past by great thinkers, great achievers, great doers. People from the past had the ability to focus on things and get the job done, even though the world was a little different. People from the past didn't have the access that we have to knowledge. They didn't have the access that we have to mentorships. They didn't have the access to the internet, yet they was able to do incredible things. So I think modern people have a fear of the past, but that's why we always talking about it. It's a burden, because I don't think modern people think they can be greater than the people that lived before. So we have a past pressure. We're going to talk about digitized drugs, the new dope, the new opium, the new crack, the new heroin is digitized. And that's what we are getting high on when we could be focused on personal development. We spend our number one resource on social media, on the internet, and we're going to talk about that. Digitized drugs. I just want to tell y'all a secret just in case you didn't know. The internet is bigger than social media. A lot of people only use the internet when they're using these apps, right? They don't use the internet for research purposes. They don't use the internet for information. They use the internet for entertainment. And that is digitized drugs. We're going to talk about silent awards. Personal development is about silent awards. Personal development brings you awards that you can't see. Personal development brings you awards that you can't, no one's going to clap for, right? There's non-tangible awards that come with personal development, and that's one of the reasons that I think people aren't focused on personal development, because the awards are silent. We want to be praised and validated and elevated, and we want to be e- we want black excellence, or we want to be recognized for bettering ourselves. But personal development does not come with any tangible awards. Those those tangible awards, that's a score. That's part of the report card. But true personal development does not have any tangible awards. The rewards are non-tangible. And we're going to finish up with the culture of mediocre. Our conversation today is modern people fear and are terrified of personal development. Modern people are terrified of personal development. Hmm. I like to analyze human behavior. And one of the things that is I noticed with modern people, modern culture, we're always talking about the past. And we're talking about the past from a perspective of, well, what did they do? Well, what did they do? Right? What did they do? We don't talk about the past from a perspective of functionality. We talk about the past of symbolism, relationships and um, uh, statues and structures and pyramids, and but we don't talk about the past from a perspective of what made the people great. What made an Einstein great? What was the wiring of people from the past? And I think that the past, for many people, is so polarizing that it puts pressure on people living right now. The bar that Andrew Carnegie set was so high that people don't know what to do with themselves now. The bar that Muhammad Ali set was so high with his personal character and his personal sacrifice was so high that people really don't know what to do now. Helen Keller was blind and deaf and accomplished more in her life than 80% of the people living now. The woman was blind and deaf. You had individuals coming out of chattel slavery that became millionaires and landowners. And you have people now with all the resources available and they don't know what to do with it. I think that the pressure that people, or the pressure from the past, has created an anxiety in modern people. Modern people seem to not know how to have a relationship. Modern people seem to not know what to do with their life. They're always talking about the past. It's Black Wall Street, it's the founding fathers, it's old America. It's like people don't know how to create the new normal. The people from the past created a normal that we are trying to recreate. It's as if we don't know what to do. People from the past, right, are so polarizing that we say their quotes, we wear their t-shirts. If someone in the culture is going in the opposite direction, we grab them and say, no, you have to repeat what they said. It's like we're scared to create the new normal. We are scared to create a new future. We are holding on to ideals from 500 years ago, even 2,000 years ago. We're scared to create new religions. We are talking about Muhammad, and we're talking about Jesus, and we're talking about Buddha, people that lived 2,000 years ago, and we're going to them for guidance. We don't know what to do in modern times. And that's interesting because people from the past They didn't have the internet. They didn't have the ability to hop on planes and travel and circumvent the globe. There was no museums, right? We look to spiritual sages from the past for guidance in modern times, which is odd to me. We are terrified of being in the moment. We are terrified of replacing our idols. We are terrified to put tomorrow's world in our image. We keep doing the same thing over and over again because we are terrified of failing. We are terrified of going off script and coloring outside the lines. We are terrified to innovate and create. We have a group identity. We are scared to go outside of culture. Some ideals transcend race. Some ideals transcend this small group that we're in. Some ideals transcend gender dynamics. You know what we keep talking about? Tradition. Tradition, right? How do you know those people were right? How do you know that the way the world was is how it should be? How do you know? And are you okay with children of tomorrow skipping our generation to study older cultures? Are you okay with being forgotten in history that you like it's like you never even existed? Are you okay? So the future generations will skip over us to study people from 500 years ago. They're not going to look to us for answers because that's what we're doing. Where's the new Thomas Jefferson? Who's the modern Malcolm X? Who's the modern Joan of Arc? Hmm? Where's the new Black Wall Street? Where's the new pyramids? Right? We're playing a very dangerous game here, ladies and gentlemen. Children that are being born are not going to study us. They're going to skip right past us to study the people we're studying. And history will never remember our name. It's like we were never born. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with the fact that we are not carving out new ideals? What about our traditions? People from the past had their time. They're gone. They are dead. Eat the meat, spit out the bone. Tradition, tradition, tradition. What about our traditions? What about our customs? We're not creating culture. What about our think tanks? Men and women have got to a point where, you know what? We don't even know how to have a relationship with each other. What did they do? How about we sit down and talk to each other and see how technology has made our relationships different? Because that's the difference between yesterday and today. It's technology. Technology changes the course of human history. The fact that the mortality rate is different, the fact that no one's starving to death, the fact that there's grocery stores, there's the internet, people know more, people have different options. We have not sat down and said, we actually need to talk about what we call gender roles. We have to run it through the filter of technology. The technology is moving faster than the human being. And we are in conflict with each other because we don't see what's going on. We need to sit down and look at how the world has changed. A man of 500 years ago and a man now is different, and that's okay. A woman that lived 500 years ago and a woman that lives 500 lives now is different, and that's okay. We are ashamed that we are different. We won't lean into the progress. We won't lean into the fact that we've made the world easier, but we're making it harder because we don't know how to get along. Hmm. The fact that women are participating in the marketplace, should be a good thing, right? What are the men saying? No, I don't like that. I want to go back to the old days where it was much harder. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to go back to a period where your life expectancy was shorter? The men and women both can focus on something that they could not focus on before, which is personal development. The word purpose is not a word that was used 200 years ago. You couldn't follow your purpose as a woman. You couldn't follow your purpose as a man. Now you can include the word purpose in your relationship. That's new. Why we don't want that? We want it harder. We want a world where it was harder, where we died younger, where there was no cure for the diseases that we had. We want a world where it was harder to make an income. Why? Because it seems like the harder the world is, the more important we feel. The easier it is, it's like we lose meaning. I don't know. Maybe we do need it harder. Maybe we do need to go back to the old world where when women had babies, they often passed away. Maybe we do need to go back to the old world where if a man coughed and got sick, he was done. Maybe we do need to go back to a world where there was no anesthesia. Maybe we do need to go back to a world where your sons were sent away to war and you didn't have a say so in it. Maybe we need to go back to that world because it seems though we get along better. It's a weird thing with human beings. We want pain. We create conflict. And it's through conflict we often know ourselves. Because that's what we're saying. This is the greatest time in recorded history for men and women actually to get along. And it seems like we don't. Because it's not hard enough. Right? We need outside things to bring us together. We need pain. You would think that personal development would make us more attracted to each other, but that's not it. We like chaos and we like drama, right? When you're looking on social media, all the videos with drama in it, humiliation and hurt and pain has all the views. Everything talking about bettering yourself, that's boring. I can check my analytics. There are certain videos people show up for. That says a lot. That says a lot. The videos where I am stabbing at the pain body has more views. The videos where I'm calm and I'm mild mannered, it's too boring. What's that say about human psychology right now? That we are attracted to when the person falls off the bike. We are attracted to human suffering. We are attracted to the argument or the drama or the gossip or the person being exposed. We are attracted to the person losing everything, right? We're not as attracted to personal development. We're not as attracted to discipline. We're not attracted to the things that make human beings better. Mm-mm. So we do this. So we fight and we bicker and we say mean things to each other. just so we can make up and just so we can fall in love again. Why not just do the love up front, right? So we go to the past because it seems like we're scared to create culture now. And we look to the past for instructions, which is strange because we go 2,000 years ago, right? And listen to this clear. The fact that human beings need a Bible or a Quran 2,000 years later to govern their life, that says a lot. That represents human de-evolution. Because how are we able to put a satellite in orbit, but we need a book from 2,000 years ago to govern our life? What we're doing is we're creating a hole in the timeline. People in the future are going to look past us for instructions because we're not adding anything to the human story. We have the ability to be smarter than our mother and fathers. We have the ability to be smarter than our grandparents, but we don't have more than them. You and I can go to the library and study the mind of a billionaire because they write books and they put all their habits in there of how they did that. We don't go there. We have the ability to, there's apps, for example, naturalists, right? Where if you don't know what kind of plant that is, you can download an app on your phone and upload the picture of the plant, and the app will tell you what kind of plant that is. There's apps that govern your sugar levels. There's apps that you can point at the stars and it tells you what constellation. How do we not have more than our grandparents? And it was harder for them. What does that say about us? We are a culture driven by drama. All of our attention, all of our focus is on other people's business. A rich person will go on a popular podcast, and instead of the conversation being about the habits and the behaviors of the particular rich person, the conversation will go into who they're sleeping with. And we like that, right? And we like that. And what we're creating, I'm telling you, think about your grandchildren when they look in our time period. You know what the videos are going to be? F this person, F that person. Should a man get the big piece of chicken? Um, are women traditional? Listen, this is the videos that people are going to be looking at from us. Are women traditional enough? Who's a beta male? Who's an alpha male? What? That's tells me that it's pressure from the past. That people were so great that modern people do not know how to go past that. I'll give you an example. Let me give you an example. Let's take this dude, for example. Let's take Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla is so great that people from the past or modern people don't know what to do, have no clue what to do. That's how great the man was. His Nikola Tesla, he patented over 100 inventions. He patented the polyphase alternating current inducting motor. His alternating current emerged winner in the battle of currents. He developed the Tesla turbine as an alternative engine for mechanical machines, pioneered the field of radio communication, and was granted more than 100 patents. The reason why we even have the internet is because of this dude. This is pressure. This is pressure. His mind created a jump in humanity, an evolution in humanity. He was so focused on improving the humanity that he lost out on time. In fact, he died poor. Modern people don't want no smoke with nobody like this. This is why the conversations are about stupid things. Because modern people are terrified of personal development. Modern people are scared of failing. So it's so much distraction because people don't know what to do because it seems like everything been done already. No one's trying to create nothing new. No one's coming with different narratives. All these talking points from podcasts and everybody saying the same shit. Is the conversations elevating the culture? Is the conversation helping people make human upgrades? Is it producing better humans? No. It's not requiring people to think. How do you know? Because it's popular. And popular culture is not for the betterment of humanity. Popular culture is not about personal development. You know it's not hitting, right? Because things that are good for us are unpopular. Bitter foods are better for us, but we don't like it. We like sugary foods. We like colorful foods. We are attracted to things that are not good for us. That's that's just how it is for some reason, right? So, if you catch yourself liking, sharing certain podcasts or articles, right? And you notice that a lot of people are into it, it ain't got no power, man. It ain't hitting like that. It ain't that deep. Even the so-called deep stuff or the woke stuff, if it got a lot of shares, it ain't hitting. Trust me, it ain't hitting. If it's not requiring people to really study and really sit with that, it ain't nothing. It's probably just something that appeals to people's confirmation bias. It's not hitting like that. The masses will never travel the road least traveled. If it has a lot of shares, it's not hitting. It's not hitting. You're never gonna see personal development with 100 million views. It's just not like that. Because modern people are terrified of personal development. Modern people do not have a desire to be better than people that existed before. Let me tell you what modern people want to do: have sex, party, and turn the brain off. No judgment. That is the desire of modern people, to turn the brain off. And modern oppression is anything that stands in the way of pleasure. In America, if you are oppressed, it's because somebody is standing in the way of pleasure, right? That's all it is about: pleasure. People from the past made sacrifices not for us to just delve in pleasure. People from the past made sacrifices so we had the ability to lean into personal development, to actually study the stars, study nature, to actually be in real estate, to actually be into paleontology, be into archaeology, be into anthropology. It's hard to be in them kind of things when you're starving. Okay, so people from the past made contributions so you and I can be nerds. People from the past didn't make contributions so you and I can consume. People from the past didn't struggle and go through the fire so you and I can buy designer. that, that wasn't what it's about. That's not what it's about. People from the past paved the way so you and I can be curious. So you and I can ask intelligent questions about the world. Where are we going? Why are we here? Right? The fact that none of us have tried to write a new Bible is perplexing. That says a lot. I don't believe what you want, but the fact that there's a 2,000 year gap from the old Bible that people read and the fact that we ain't created one now, you know how much things have happened in the world in the last 2,000 years, how different we are. Nobody has took it upon themselves to write a new Bible that matches augmented and virtual reality. No one has created a new Bible that matches the fact that I can get on a plane right now and travel all around the world and connect with human beings. People that weren't connected before are connected. We're sharing information that no one knew existed, and we haven't created a new Bible. The fact that we go to that for instructions right now, what does that say about us? That means we don't want to do the work. We don't want to do the work. We're going to the ideals of the dead to tell us how to live. What does that say about us? People that never even seen a remote to a TV, we're going to them. We're using their quotes to guide us, the living. Our dead people are more alive than our alive people. Our people that are dead, the dead, have more power over, man, just, it just came in my mind. The dead control us. I don't know how I feel about that. The dead have so much power over us. We talk about, you can't talk about the dead. Well, he can't even hear me. He can't even hear what I'm saying. You ain't supposed to disrespect the dead. He's dead. She's dead. We care about that. We're Our feelings are hurt if I say something about the dead. How does the dead have more power? We have more respect for dead people than we do living people. The living will curse each other smooth out. The living will disrespect each other like it's nothing. Tell all your business, tell all your secrets, right? But be polite to the dead. Be gentle with a dead man's name. But when that man was alive, we will put on his name. Him being dead gives him greater value than the living. The dead get to go to heaven, but there's no heaven for the living. The philosophy and ideals of the dead hold precedence over the living ideals. We will call the baby's ideals dumb and elevate the dead's ideals over the baby's. And they're young and they don't have biases. Why can't we have relationships like our grandparents? Why do we want relationships like them? They couldn't travel like us. They couldn't read like us. They couldn't watch documentaries like us. They couldn't enjoy each other like us. Modern people are terrified of personal development. Modern people are scared to create culture. Modern people are scared to create the new ideals that is going to govern the world tomorrow. Modern people are dropping the ball. Modern people aren't doing anything but elevating other people's legacy that have been dead 200, 300 years at the expense of our own. Josephine Baker was so great that women now don't talk about shit in the girl chat but shoes. Modern girls can't hold a candle to Josephine Baker. Not only was Josephine Baker a pop icon when she went to Paris, she went she won a she was a war hero too. First of all, you don't have no Beyonce or Rihanna or none of these girls without Josephine Baker. You know what kind of trauma Josephine Baker had? She seen the St. Louis riots when she was young. Do you know what it was like for her in the early 19th century? Modern women are not better than her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because I'm focused on the achievement. Josephine Baker wound up getting a chateau. She wound up adopting different nations of children and called them their rainbow tribe. This woman was international in the 19th century. There is no Beyonce. They're doing the dances she was doing. They have the image that she had. You ain't beating your face different than Josephine. Your hair ain't laid different than Josephine. Soft life. Josephine Baker was putting numbers on the board. Soft life. Josephine Baker was so cold that when men walked to her door, right? She would be laying in the bed with another man, right? This is how cold she was. She would be laying in the bed with another man, and she would make the other dude wait outside, and they would. Josephine Baker told men what to do and how they're gonna be with her. Y'all talking about soft life. Josephine Baker, and here's the thing. She told white men this. This is how you're gonna be with me. I'm gonna have you, and you. They all was saying okay. Josephine Baker drove men absolutely crazy. And modern women turn around and be soft life. I'm resting in my femininity. This woman had a castle. You know where she was born and when? People from the past are so great that it creates pressure on modern people. This is why ain't nobody talking about nothing. Because you don't want this smoke. Because people that came before you put numbers on the board so crazy that you like, yo, I don't even want to, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. Nikola Tesla put numbers on the board with his inventions and his ideals. So much so, nobody wants to create. Josephine Baker put numbers on the board. So much so that girls now talk dumb as hell. Y'all keep talking about pyramids. Why? Why? I finally figured it out. Modern people are terrified to create. You terrified to create the next thing. So we're going 3,000 years ago and taking credit for other people's shit. Yeah. That's my family. Man, that ain't your family. This ain't your people's. How you gonna take credit for other people's work? What kind of fraud is you when you got the internet, when you could create an app, when you could create an ebook? A lot of people don't even have a website in their government name. How you taking credit for a pyramid? If this is in your blood, then personal development is not an issue. Oh, let me say that again. If this type of ingenuity and innovation is in your blood, then creating things now is not a problem. Do you know there's rumors? Because a lot of people are curious. How did they get those stones up there? Because they can't find the technology, right? Some researchers believe that there's missing technology, right? And the missing technology is on a human level, meaning that people elevated the stones with sound. That there's a certain technology that was used at this particular time. People were able to manipulate nature, right? All right. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. What I do know is if you take credit for this and you say this is your people are responsible for one of the wonders of the world, right? Then personal development should not be a problem. Creativity is already in you, right? Genius potential is already in you. Self mastery is already in you. Cosmology, astrology, astronomy, mathematics, language is already in you. If this is in fact your bloodline, why do you listen to the podcast you listen to? If in fact you descend from people that did phenomenal things like this, how do you have problems with men? If in fact you come from this, why are you complaining about women? I would think that this type of personal development, if this is what you come from, that would be beneath you. I call cap. Because what the modern man and woman is into tells me that you come from flunkies. What you're into as a modern person tells me that you come from people that could not focus on one thing for more than an hour at a time, because there's no way in hell that you have this in your blood, but you're attracted to the things that you're attracted to. In this culture, you say you don't care about a woman's education. Ain't no way in hell you come from no pyramid builder. No way in hell you could come from a pyramid builder, sis. And the first thing on your mind when you meet a man is his sex game. Hell no. No way. Impossible. Impossible. These ain't your peoples. Impossible. Impossible. Y'all are imposters taking other people's things. If you told me Elon Musk family built this, I'd believe it. You know why? Because look at him. If you told me that Mark Zuckerberg's family built this, you know what? I would believe it. You know why? Because look at him. If you told me Gary Vee's family built this, I would believe it. You know why? Because he put numbers on the board. I don't believe that you're descendants of nobody that built this because you're terrified of personal development. There's no way in hell you can be of this ancestry. The way you can prove it to me is unsubscribe now to all the fuckery that you like. If what I'm saying is triggering, go through your YouTube right now and anybody that talks about gossip, anybody that talks about drama, celebrity shit, unfollow them right now because there's no way that a person comes from this bloodline of kings and emperors and queens, but you have the diet that you have. I don't believe it because personal development should be a religion of yours. I don't believe that your family built Black Wall Street. I'm sorry. Y'all are liars. There's no way. I don't see the discipline in you. I don't see the command of the English language. I don't hear the reading ability. I don't see the organization. Impossible. No way. No way. If you was great, you would be great now. We always talk about biology, right? Activate the thing in your blood. What's the purpose of talking about ancestors if you do not have the ability to activate the blood? Activate the blood. If you tell me that is power in the name of Jesus, then isn't it power in your grandma Mabel? Your granddaddy Elroy? Leroy? Gertrude? What's all what's all them what's all them names? What's all them names, the black names? Maribel? Lula May? Hattie Mae? What the fuck is rent? And you tell me that you come from people that built Wall Streets. Say your granddad Lee John's name. You don't fit the behavior of these great people. And this is why you're always bringing them up. Because modern people are terrified of personal development. You got the ability to be great. You got the ability to be the greatest humans that ever lived. And that shit is scary. I'm not going to lie. But it can be done. Are you going to fail? Yes. That's a good thing. That's a great thing. Many of you are going to go see the Black Panther today. And you are going to go crazy over Wakanda. But when you leave there, you ain't going to try to create it. If you can't create a pyramid, and you can't be like Josephine Baker, and you can't create a town, and you can't be like Nikola Tesla, can you get along with your baby daddy? I ain't said y'all got to be all in love, but can you combine your intellect with his intellect in the benefit of the human? I ain't saying you got to be Josephine Baker. You ain't got to build a town like Black Wall Street. You ain't got to be Nikola Tesla. You ain't got to build a pyramid, bro. But can you get along with the woman that you had a baby with? That's your Wakanda. Can you start there? And y'all ain't got to be all in love and warm and fuzzy, but can you combine your mind with her mind to create a superhuman? Period. Bare minimum. Bare minimum. We have the opportunity that people from the past did not have. We have the opportunity to learn and study like people from the past did not. We got the opportunity. Listen to this, y'all. Listen. We got the ability to max out on our human ability. We have the ability by the time we transition out of here to say, I did everything that I wanted to do. If I thought it, I did it. If I wanted to read it, I did it. If I wanted to go there, I went. If I wanted to have it, I got it. Why are we stopping where we're stopping? Why do we make the investment on the new drugs? This is where we're at. We are not going farther than the drugs that we're using. This is way more dangerous than fentanyl because this takes something from you that you can't get back. It takes your time. We use this for entertainment. You know what's interesting? And I'm gonna be dead real. It's people that have been pulling up to my chat for years. No one asked me, yo, how can I build that with you? No one asked me that. Yo, do you need a staff? The reason why that's interesting because I ask that when I see something moving, right? What would happen if you turn on your TV, right? And you see me in the same position that uh Billy Graham was in, right? And now I'm gone. I'm gone, right? All you had to do was hit my inbox and ask me, did I need any help? I don't blame you because everybody's addicted to the app. So we go from personality to personality to personality. We go from forum to forum to forum. We give our snarky comment and then we keep it moving, right? We're on drugs. The drugs are standing in the way of the personal development. We're only here to have a good time, nothing more. Did you hear what I said? We're only on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok to have a good time. Ain't that the way that we approach church too? Go say a couple hallelujahs, hear the pastor say you got haters, right? Pastor do a little hip ass shit. You know what I'm saying? You got a Dougie into the Lord. You know what I mean? You got a electric boogie into the Lord. The crowd goes crazy. Yeah. Right? What TD say? Um, what he say about the women? You don't know how to talk about your man, something, right? And everybody be like, yeah. What changed since then? Right? If it was that profound, like, ooh, sis, yeah. What changed? What changed? This is just church, right? Come here, peek your head in, see if I'm talking about red pill, see who I'm going in on. You get your fix, right? Then you go your way. And you go to the next one, whoever's talking. And the next one, whoever's talking, right? If we was really invested in the shit for real, we wouldn't platform hop. You would only listen to the people that are aligned in your thing, right? On YouTube, the places that I've super chatted, I'm locked in with the people that I think are talking about something, right? It ain't everybody. It's a few. Every often I go through my list and make sure that I'm unsubscribed to shit that I'm not going to subscribe to something that I'm never going to put no money to. You see how that works? So I take my time serious. This is what I'm messing with. Because you vote with your feet, right? Because I don't want to make things church. When I go to somebody's platform, I come with a notebook. You might say some shit, whether that's fitness or whatever. I'm taking notes. I tip and I keep it moving. I'm taking notes. So if I ever see you, I'm going to say, I remember December such and such. You said to go get the 4 disciplines of execution. I went and got that. Thank you. Because I'm committed to personal development. So I don't go to people's platforms for entertainment. How can I ever check my son? How can I say anything to my baby? Right? And I'm on fuckery. I don't watch Tasha K. No disrespect to her. What I'm gonna do with that? I don't listen to that. I don't do none of that. I'm not gonna watch nowhere that I don't put no money to. What am I doing? Because I'm gonna vote with my feet. What am I telling you to do? I'm telling you not to be on drugs. This is drugs, y'all. This is drugs. You think you're sober. No, you're not. This stuff is creating the same chemical release as drugs. You ain't sober. You're an addict. If you look on your phone, it's TikTok, it's IG, it's everything. And you hit everything in one day. Question: how much money you make? Okay. If you didn't make any money, how many connections did you make? Okay. If you didn't make the connections, what did you learn? What did you learn? You are on Drugs. You don't think it's drugs, right? Cause we all got a crackhead auntie, and I don't look like my auntie. How you know? Your head is down like this. This is the new pose and posture of a drug addict. What's that sound on IG when you like or something? Waka. That's all you hear. Waka, waka. Everybody's like this. So you might not got the dope fiend, but you like this. Look at the posture. See my back? This the new drug addict. And your thumb is strong as hell. You on drugs. Right? But kids and shit talking to you. Mommy, daddy. You can't even. Oh no, you didn't. You're an addict. You're on drugs. This right here, no one's gonna fight with these no more. You're gonna hit each other with this. Because this is the only thing being developed. People shit strong as hell. When I was coming up, somebody be like, nigga, I'll punch you in your face. Now they gonna be like, man, boy, I'm gonna hit you with this. That's the only thing that's being developed. You're on drugs, sis. You're on drugs, fam. And the people that you go to are your drug dealers. You know what makes them your drug dealer? Because when you walk away, are you personally convicted to change your life? Yes or no? Or do you walk away mad at black men? Or do you walk away mad at black women? Do you walk away and it's about you? Or is it about Dusties? Or is it about Strags? That's how you know if it's drugs or not. If it ain't about you. Is it about a bunch of things you can't change? Like the collective? Well, you can't change that. You can't change that. You can only change your house. You can only change you. Right? Is it a lot of people in the chat? Then it's drugs. Because the moment he or she starts talking about how to get your life in order, that view is going to go bloop, 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 bloop. Because modern people are scared of personal development. If you was ever curious to know if you're on the right track, how many people's walking the path? It's lonely. That's how you're going to know you're doing the right thing. It's not going to be crowded. Anytime you turn the brain off, it's going to be crowded over there because personal development is scary. It's terrifying. Because when you focus on personal development, you have to push past who you used to be. And a lot of us, we don't think we're worthy to be a different person because what you did 20 years ago or the life that you used to live, man, that's over. That's over. Personal development has silent awards. It don't come with this. They don't give you plaques when you maximize on your human potential. There ain't no plaque. There's no awards for your discipline. So why nobody want to do it. Because how do I show this? How do I show this on IG? How do I show on TikTok that I'm a better person? Because first of all, personal development is done in secret. That's why the rewards for personal development is silent, because the work is done in secret. You don't be like, on day one, I was doing this. On day two, I was doing this. Nah, you do the work silent and you just pop up. And people like, damn, where you been? Where you been? Something different about you. Nobody even knows what you've been on. That's why modern people are terrified of personal development, because it's a secret. And nobody wants to do it in secret. People want to do personal development in the open. People want to do personal development where there's a crowd. Why the fitness girls online don't got no sweat on them? I remember one day I was recording myself working out. I felt dumb. I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I gonna I'm gonna post a video of me working out so people can see me. I wasn't selling no product, right? I wasn't teaching people what to do. I was just showing people why. And guess what the comment? Oh, I see you, do your thing. I see you. My phone over there. Do your thing. I see you. I see you. Right? Like, explain the logic. Pardon my phone, y'all. I don't feel like getting. Explain the logic. Right? I've done that before. And when I think about the mindset that I was in, I didn't I didn't really want to work out. I wanted people to think I was doing something. Because the truth is, I was really procrastinating and I had no desire to change. But I wanted people to think that I was changing because I wanted the dopamine of people thinking that I was more important than I really fucking was. And that's all this shit is about. The appearance of being important while being mediocre as hell. I've done that. And you know why? Because the global bar to be official is high. And when you look up at it, you like, damn, scary. I gotta do what? Whatever you have in your bank account right now, that's your business. Just imagine two more zeros behind that. Boop, boop. There's people with that, right? Add another zero. Boop. Add another one. Boop. Add another one. There's people with that, right? When you look at what you gotta do for those 5, 6 zeros behind whatever you got now, people like, hell no. I just wanna be comfortable. I just wanna be comfortable. What that mean? Because our world that we enjoy was not designed and built by people that wanted to be comfortable. We get to enjoy the sweat of others. If they had a desire to be comfortable, we wouldn't have what we have. But we got the nerve, the unmitigated gall I just want to be comfortable. I just want a soft life. The man just wants to be comfortable. The woman want a soft life. Nobody want to do nothing but take pictures. And that's why future generations ain't even going to consider us. It's going to be a historic gap in the timeline. We're not even going to show up because the women want a soft life and the men want to be comfortable. So if the women want a soft life and the men want to be comfortable, what's the babies? Oh, y'all never thought of that. Because if the mom got a soft life and the dad is comfortable, what about the child? If the mom got a soft life and the dad is comfortable, then that means the children are going to be uncomfortable. No one never thought of that. No one thought of that. The woman's resting, the man is comfortable. What about the child? Somebody got to do the work. Have you heard the children talking? Many of them are suicidal. Many babies, many children are pushing back on us. Why? They're the ones uncomfortable while the man is comfortable and the woman is resting in her femininity, in her soft life. These children have mental illness. Nobody want to work. Here, take this tablet. Be quiet. Here, let me turn on Netflix. Be quiet. No challenge for the child. After all, mom wants a soft life. Dad just want to be comfortable. Children suffer. But we did not get what we have from people chasing comfort. We are living a life because people push their abilities to the maximum, and our thank you to them is actually a fuck you. For some people that always talk about tradition, we sure don't believe in it. Work smarter, not harder. AKA cut corners. AKA cut corners. AKA a hookup. You got dudes that get surgically implanted abs. Abs. The comfort, the comfort thing is going so far that men are getting surgically implanted abs. Abs. Women skipping the gym. Nah, I don't want to hit the stairmaster. I don't want to do squats. No, 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 no. Let me take the shortcut. Soft life, comfort. Look at the children. That's your results. That's what you got to show for it. So nobody's lit. I don't care about no one's car. Look at the children. I don't care about IG followers. Look at the children. I don't care about the comment section. If you getting flued out, look at the children. What are your children doing? What are your children saying? That's all I need to know. That's your report card. For you being terrified of personal development, look at your babies. What you talking about? You can front for me all you want. What's your child on? Because guess who your child's competition is? Mm, that immigrant child. And that immigrant child is going to run circles around your child because you are terrified of personal development. That's your contribution. You just gave away the whole fucking country. You ain't worthy to have it, right? Because you want a soft life and your man want to be comfortable. Look at your child. And you have people coming to America that are used to being uncomfortable. We run that back for you. Woman want a soft life. The man want to be comfortable. People coming to America are used to their conditions being uncomfortable. And they are your competition. They didn't have access to personal development. They didn't have access to libraries. They didn't have access to gyms. They didn't have access to things that allow them to be better men and women. But you do. And you don't want no smoke with it. You know why? Because you don't like the fact that personal development is a secret. Can't put it online? Hell nah. Ain't nobody gonna see it? Hell nah. So while you're on your drugs, your social media drugs, and you're going from platform to platform, wanting to be entertained, people coming to America are learning real estate, they're learning physics, they are your pediatricians, right? They are your people you're getting your physicals from. They have all the nail salons. Keep going to the platforms that give you gossip. You on drugs, baby. Keep going. Keep battling in the chat on Facebook about dumbass shit that don't matter. Go ahead, right? Fortune favors the bold. So while you on Twitter on drugs, or IG on drugs, trying to get flued out, there's a woman coming to the country that don't know what that's like. So all she knows is hard work. So while you got a bigger butt than her and bigger breast than her, and you're cuter than her, because in your culture, femininity is performative, so that matters, right? That woman that don't know that only know hard work, she's here, you're here. 10 years later, y'all done switched. Because you got to live your best life now, right? And all the performative femininity you was doing, sis, right? All them tricks you had, they don't tell you that the tricking don't come with a retirement. And the more the man tricks on you, it cripples your work ethic, right? Because ain't no retirement plan for 40-year-old hoes, right? And all that dumbass talking you doing, bruh. Yeah, because a man this and a man that and a man and man. Huh. Mexican man crossing the border. Don't know about them dumbass convos y'all having? You here, he here. 10 years later, you blaming the Jews today. Tomorrow you're going to blame Hispanics. And you know what he's going to say? I came here with nothing. What were you doing? Oh, I know what you were doing. You were talking about traditional women, modern and doo-doo-doo, right? Just wait till they get a hold of the books that we done had. Just wait till they start getting into Think and Grow Rich. Just wait till they start getting into the Intelligent Investor. Just wait till they start talking about chakras and oh, it's a wrap. They don't even know nothing about that. Just wait till they have access to the stuff we had access to. You're done. Say hello to all the people your children are gonna ask a job from. Permanent underclass. Oh, it ain't funny now, huh? It's not funny. Thought y'all like to have fun. It's not funny now, huh? What you think the future for your babies look like? While you keep talking about the dead, there's living people that are catching up to you and going like this. Today is the Jews. Tomorrow is Mexicans. Because you have to blame somebody, right? Okay. So when you get done here, right? Eh, shut up, Ken. With your big nose. You know, y'all like the roast. Yeah. Shut up, Ken. You gonna go hop on somebody else's page, right? Cause I done tore you down, right? You gonna hop on somebody else's page and laugh and giggle and hee hee hee. Cause Takeoff's funerals today, right? Oh, so you about to go over there because you need to know if Jay Prince went. Know what y'all be thinking, right? Right. So I'm telling you exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna leave here. You're gonna hop on somebody else's page. It's either gonna be about Takeoff's funeral, Kyrie Irving, Kanye West, right? It's so predictable. It's either gonna be about that. Guess what? It ain't gonna be about fasting, real estate, economics, agriculture, physics, paleontology, anthropology, archaeology, biology, chemistry, search engine optimization, IT, augmented reality, virtual reality, engineering, none of that. Maybe I'm capping. Somebody in this chat, it's going to be Kyrie, Kanye, Takeoff, or whatever's going on in the shade room. That's where your ass is going. Facts. Facts. And here's the killer thing. You gonna super chat them. That's the illest thing. You gonna send a super chat. Why? Why? Because modern people are terrified of personal development. To the few that take their time serious, I can't believe the year is almost over. Um, I encourage you and your family, whoever you are, to go the path least traveled. Don't follow the people, right? Make a commitment to personal development. It's not sexy. There's no awards for it, but you will be better later because the game of life is on. This is competition. Don't get it twisted. And there's people that you don't see that are competing with you, right? And they want what you have, right? And the way that they're going to beat you is through family, faith, and hard work. That's it. Family, faith, and hard work. Get off the drugs and be addicted to personal development. Or not. Look, I want more. I used to be apologetic about that, but I'm not now. I want more. If you're telling me that the universe is abundant, then there's no limits to what I can have. If I'm willing to put in the work, if I'm willing to grind, if I'm willing to be disciplined, then there's nothing I can't have. You know, I don't believe the lies anymore. I don't believe that I have to die to get heaven. I want it now. And I know you do too. We don't gotta be apologetic about wanting more anymore. I know I'm not. I want what's coming to me. It's starting right now. This that $20 appreciation. If you love the game, put it on the wood.